People would come into town on Saturdays. Everything would shut down on the farms on Saturday afternoon especially. The streets of Franklin would be so crowded that you couldn't walk on the sidewalk sometimes. Franklin at that time was such a small town that, like most all small towns, everybody in town knew everybody else. Telephone numbers began with number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally we got up to triple digits. We thought we were really uptown then when we got, 715 or something like that. Lillian was the operator. And I called Lillian one day and said, "Lillian, give me number 79, please." And she says back to me, "Jimmy, they're not at home, they've gone to the grocery." So that told me that she not only recognized my voice, she knew who I wanted and where they were. So life was so simple then. My mother raised 9 children, 5 boys and 4 girls. And in the days, it was just a wonderful time to live. During the Depression, by the way, had Western movies on Saturdays only. That's when the little boys get to go to the movies. We couldn't even afford sometimes to go to see the picture show because it cost too much money. It was about 15 or 20 cents to get in, and we didn't have 15 or 20 cents. So with the 5 boys, occasionally we would pool our money, and one would go to the picture show and then come back and tell the others what it was about. And that was so exciting just to hear him talk and tell us a report. So it was, but we were having fun. Then I can also remember the great times, the banana pudding my mama made, or the boiled custard, or the best one though was chocolate pie meringue, up about 3 or 4 inches, get it all up in your nose and in your ears and eyes when you're eating it. Oh, it was good. Or she would let us make fudge candy. We didn't buy any candy. She'd make fudge candy, let you lick the plate and all that. That's the only way to live, the way we lived, really. We became experts in hunting and fishing. Now, when I say that, it's not expert like most people think. We learned to catch rabbits with our hands. We learned to catch squirrels with our hands. We learned to catch fish with our hands. And I can tell you to this day exactly how we did. Now, we didn't catch them just for the sport. We were hungry. If we caught a rabbit, that's supper. If we catch fish, that's what we take home to eat. Franklin had one swimming pool, Willow Plunge. Franklin probably at that time had 3,000 people, just a wild guess. I don't really know how many people. And on a good hot day at Willow Plunge, you'd have maybe 2,000 people there. Not from Franklin. They came from Nashville out here to swim. Beautiful place, manicured grounds. It got its name from weeping willows that were planted on the west and north sides of the pool. And they would go up about 40 feet, and the branches would cascade back down to about 4 or 5 feet of the water. It's a beautiful place. So I got a job there, picking up cans and bottles and cleaning up and helping drain the pool. Prettiest girl in all the world worked there also, but I knew her, but I didn't want to even talk to her because I was scared of her. She was the prettiest thing you ever saw. And anyway, she didn't have time for me. And I would see her there with those other boys, and I thought, boy, they are lucky guys. Well, make a long story short, I finally married that girl. And that was the beginning of our romance, and she didn't know that I was watching her the whole time. The world changed one Sunday morning. We'd been to Sunday school, we'd go around to the drugstore and get a Coke, I think it's nickel. And David Cook, I believe, was the man behind the counter, and he said, "Shh, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet." And we said, "What's going on?" He turned the radio up so we could hear, and we heard for the first time that the Japanese had just bombed Pearl Harbor. Now, and I was 16 years old when that happened. And the rest of us as teenagers put our unfinished Cokes down and walked out of the drugstore without saying a word because we knew what was going to happen. The world changed that day and never has been the same since. That's the only way to live, the way we lived, really. Not having anything but having each other. So I am a blessed man.